The note was short and cold. "Sorry, sweetie, we just couldn't take care of her." I found it tucked inside my daughter's backpack, the same bag a foster care worker handed me with pity in her eyes. My daughter gripped me tight, silent, her small fingers digging into my coat. She was only 8. My parents, her grandparents, had left her with strangers while they boarded a flight to Hawaii with my sister's kids. I didn't scream, I didn't pound on their door or curse their names. Instead, I filed a quiet report. The next morning, there was a hard knock on their hotel door. There was a time when I would have defended them. They had always been strict but dependable, raising me with discipline, appearances, grades, manners, family dinners lined with unspoken rules. When my daughter was born, they swore she'd always be safe with them. "Blood takes care of blood," my father said. My mother smiled and nodded like a saint. I believed them, but trust wears thin. I saw the preference for my sister's kids, the bigger gifts, the louder praise, the vacations where my daughter's name wasn't even mentioned. I noticed it all. I swallowed it, telling myself it was favoritism, not cruelty, until the day they left her behind, as if she were just an inconvenience. That night, while my daughter slept curled against me, I made up my mind. No shouting, no begging for love that wasn't there. I wouldn't let anger push me into recklessness. I would take from them the only thing they truly cared about: their reputation, their comfort, their sense of control. My plan started with silence. I let them think I didn't know, that I was off somewhere clueless. I didn't call. I didn't text. I let them sip their cocktails under palm trees, smug and sure of themselves. Meanwhile, I worked in the shadows. Step 1, the report. I gave Child Protective Services the note, my daughter's statement, and the foster care records. Abandoning her wasn't just cruel, it was a crime. Step 2, evidence. I built a record of their years of neglect, emails brushing her off, messages that prioritized my sister's kids, photo after photo of vacations without her. The pattern was undeniable. Step 3, timing. I lined everything up with the authorities. I knew their schedule because my sister posted it all online. They thought social media was harmless. I turned it into a weapon. The knock came at dawn. A fist pounding against a hotel door open to ocean breezes and fresh coffee. I wasn't there, but I can see it perfectly in my mind. My mother clutching her robe, my father stiff and tight-jawed, as if authority alone could silence the law. My sister's kids stood frozen while mine slept safely 1,000 miles away. The officers didn't smile. They handed over papers and read out charges: child abandonment, endangerment, words sharper than any scream I could have unleashed. When my phone rang, it was my sister, her voice frantic. "What did you do? They're saying CPS. Mom and Dad..." I let her ramble until I cut her off. "They left my child in foster care while they took your kids to Hawaii." Silence. A flicker of guilt. I hung up before she could defend them. The fallout spread fast, like wildfire. Neighbors whispered, their church turned its back, friends they had groomed for decades cut ties, afraid of being dragged into the scandal. My father lost his spot on the homeowners board. My mother's charities erased her name from their lists. Through it all, I said nothing. No angry posts, no gloating, just silence. Their disgrace did all the talking for me. Weeks later, they asked for a meeting. A downtown cafe, neutral ground. I brought my daughter with me. She sat beside me, coloring quietly, her crayons a shield between innocence and betrayal. My mother's eyes were swollen, her smile shaky. "We made a mistake," she said, her voice thick and rehearsed. My father stayed silent, his hands trembling around his coffee cup. I looked at them, 2 people who had promised to protect me, but instead abandoned the child I loved most. "You left her," I said flatly. "You left her like luggage you didn't want to carry." "We thought," my mother started, but I cut her off. "You didn't think, you chose." My daughter glanced up, her calm eyes listening. I wanted her to hear every word. "You don't get to be her grandparents anymore," I said. "You don't get second chances. You'll live with the title you earned, the people who abandoned their own blood." Their faces collapsed. My mother reached across the table, but I slid my daughter's chair back, resting my hand on her shoulder. We stood. We walked out. Their silence trailed behind us, heavier than any scream. They still call sometimes, voicemails stacked with apologies, excuses, offers. I never answer. I don't need to. They wanted a vacation without responsibility. I gave them a lifetime without it.